Welcome to Milwaukee. The Top Fuel Racing Series, the IR18 Series, is here for the Milwaukee Mile. And we are here for the AZ Direct Old Milwaukee Shootout. After a great race at Kansas last week, we are moving on in this brand new IR18 Series. And it's getting very, very hot out there on track. A lot of cars on such a small track. It could make things a bit spicy out there as we're under qualifying right now. Can't show you any of that right now as I'm in as a driver and not as a spectator. So unfortunately, that's just the way things are. So now we've got the intros out of the way. Let's go to a quick commercial break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes and we'll bring you the live race action from Milwaukee.
So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up.
4 more kilometers.
Oh, there we go! They cut! This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride.
Frankie! Down to the inside of Hookie's off!
Passenger throws the block, and he will keep him behind him.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down. Hand over my crown. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up. I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. Oh, oh, oh. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero.
Hey, what's up guys? Scott Speed here at the iRacing headquarters. some exciting news about the upcoming Rallycross World Championship. They've got a wild card entry, and yours truly is going to get that spot. See you guys out on the track.
So start ignition, count to zero. I just want to be a superhero.
Down into turn number 1. Another slide job.
And we're back live here at Milwaukee. You can see the track there, but nobody's turning laps because I'm in as a driver. Joining me in the booth just for the last couple of minutes here is Mr. Scott Brinson, league owner of Top Fuel Racing. Scott, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, Sam. I just wanted to thank you for being here tonight. I know you weren't expecting to call the race tonight, but I appreciate you stepping in as always and picking us up here tonight. I was not expecting 34 cars here in Milwaukee. Usually, you know, we got to beg people to come run this race, and 38 last week, 34 tonight. Man, and the way the setup is, it's not necessarily pack racing, but it is going to be some close, intense racing. I think we're going to have some cautions here tonight, unfortunately, and I think it's going to be pretty wild out there. I think everybody's in store for quite the show here tonight, as long as you can bear some yellows.
Yep, and we'll be here for all of it, regardless of anything that goes on tonight. Cautions, fun racing, whatever. But yeah, stacked field tonight, just like it was last week, and it's going to be even more of a problem given the small nature of this track as well.
Yeah, and that's with all that traffic out there, the track's going to, you know, reset back to where it was. We didn't carry it over for this race because I knew it would get really, really bad. It's going to rubber up really bad as the racing goes on. It'll cause more aero push. Early on in this race, we'll be able to do a few more things than we'll be able to later in the race. So you're going to see a lot of aggressiveness, I think, early on, guys trying to get positions. But I think it's going to lead to a lot of carnage, too. So I'm going to kind of pick my spots. But then again, with the way my luck's been going, I'll probably get caught up in something, and I'll be on the hook and joining you up here in the booth here in just a little bit. But I've already accepted it, so I know it's coming. But if we don't get it, then it's been a good night.
Oh, you don't know if you don't try. But anyway, Scott,
that's it, man.
Yeah, just the race is ticking over now. They're just gridding up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you go and get down on the track, and we'll hopefully speak to you later in the race.
Yes, sir, buddy. You have yourself a good race, and thanks as always, Sammy. I love you, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Well, that was Scott Brinson in the booth with me there. So let's go through our grid before they start rolling. And starting up on the pole is Mr. Sage Karam. He'll be joined on row 1 by Garrett Mains. Row 2 is Damon Martinez. And the man we've just spoken to, Scott Brinson. Row 3 is Rick Raven and Michael Jeans. Row 4 is Josh Lambert and Keith Mayato. And row 5 is Chris Samard and Carl Burke. Row 6 is Paul Crumray and Carl Streichars. Row 7 is Brad Truax and Kyle Gilbert, new driver for Phenomenal Evolution. Row 8 will be Robert Dudley and Jake Bryan. Row 9 will be Jeff Hollinsworth and Chris Walker. And row 10 will be Will Kirk and Dan Neese. Row 11 will be Kevin Cornelius and Ernie Ludwig. Row 12 will be Scott Corbin and Jake Champion. Row 13 will be Doug Kennedy and Tyler Vickery. Row 14 will be Raul Alvarez and another new addition to Phenomenal Evolution, Mr. Joe Morganti. And row 15 will be Mark Walker and Kevin O'Brien. Row 16 will be Johnny Antonucci and Mark Robertson. Row 17 will be Matt Burkhart, and he'll be starting shotgun on the field as I am up in the booth. So that is going to do it for tonight's qualifying, for tonight's grid. So let's go to Mr. Sage Karam, wherever he may be. He's not gridded up yet, so let's go and find Mr. Garrett Mains, wherever he may be. Where's Garrett Mains? Can't find him. There he is. And sure enough, Sage Karam's gridded. So it looks like Mark Robertson's going to be starting in pit road, possibly. As there they go, they're starting rolling now. And 155 laps around Milwaukee here. Go through turns 1 and 2. There's only one lap around here despite the short nature of the track. It's a 1 mile. Anything below 1 mile will be 2 laps. We'll find that out. But I believe we're going to Iowa at some point. Rick Raven late off pit road there. He'll be joining the third row alongside Paul Crumright. So they go through turns 3 and 4 here. We're about to set them loose here at Milwaukee. Pace car's going to turn off. And the field will be in control of Sage Karam as we go for 155 laps around Milwaukee. Through turn 4 they go. And away we go. 155 laps at Milwaukee are underway here. Top Fuel Racing. Round 3. And, oh, Garrett Mains straight into the wall, and caution's going to come out straight away. Big problems for Garrett Mains. What happened there? Well, let's go and find out. I saw it getting going. He gets going fine. He stuck with Sage Karam. Through turns 1 and 2. Hits the curb and into the wall goes Garrett Mains. And gets hit by Brad Truax. I believe that was Brad Truax. It might have been Chris Walker. Not sure who that was. It was Paul Crumright. More bad luck there for the man in the 8. Let's see from his point of view. Yeah, just had nowhere to go. Looks like Jeff Hollingsworth might have got a bit of that as well. Garrett Mains bringing out caution number 1 here. Sage Karam already behind the pace car. The caution number 1 here comes out after turn 2 of lap 1, and we're already on lap 3. The field is as follows. Sage Karam is the man at the front. Damon Martinez in 2nd. Scott Brinson 3rd. 3rd member of Raven Motorsports, Rick Raven, is in 4th. Josh Lambert is in 5th. Keith Mayato 6th. 7th is Chris Simard. 8th is Carl Burke. 9th is Robert Dudley. And rounding out the top 10 is the new man from Phenomenal Evolution. You see him right there. Kyle Gilbert. Jeff Hollingsworth just sitting back there in 11th. Chris Walker in 12th. Captain Will Kirk is in 13th. Dan Neese in 14th. I just seen you laughing in the chat. I'm not sure why. 15th is Kevin Cornelius. 16th is Scott Corbin. But Cornelius just going pit side there. As well as Ernie Ludwig. As well as Jake Champion. Vickery staying out there. Raul Alvarez. He stays out too. Hey, Brian. John Morganti, I believe, is in pit road as well. Yeah, there he is. Another new addition to Phenomenal Evolution. Very smart looking car there for the man in the 53. I'll give you a clue. I painted that one. Looks like Matt Burkhart got an EOL. He's fallen to the back of the field. Might have been speeding on pit road, maybe. Back at the front, Sage Karam. Lights are off on the pace car. And Damon Martinez not lining up alongside his teammate. I'm sure he will before we go to green here tonight for our 2nd attempt at a start here. Looked like Garrett Maines, when he wrecked there, he hit the rumble strip, and that's what put him sideways. Not always the best feeling to have there when you hit the rumble strip and it just puts your car out of sync like that. But anyway, they make their way through turns 3 and 4 again. And we're about to get them going one more time. Pace car will peel off this time round. On lap 6, we will get them going green again. Watch for Scott Brinton and Rick Raven on the second row as well as we get them going again. And everybody looks like they're racing clean so far. Rick Raven almost immediately moving up to second place there. Coming fresh off his win at Phoenix in the Light Series. Already up to P2 there. Scott Brinson is in third place as well. He's jumped ahead of David Martinez. A good restart for him. David Martinez in fourth, as I just mentioned, as for some reason I'm lagging slightly, so I apologise. There we go. As expected. Yeah. Looks like it's leveled itself out slightly. And this last week in Kansas, I don't need it again. As we're under caution one more time, that is Robert Dudley in trouble. Looks like he got into it with Jeff Hollingsworth, maybe. Chris Walker bringing a pit side out of nowhere. Not sure what's happened to him. Oh, it was Chris Walker that got into it with Robert Dudley. Back out of pit road now. I was having a bit of lag there, so I apologise if it missed the caution. There is Sage Karam still at the front of this thing. Rick Raven already moving his way up to second place. Good moves for him so far in that number 11 gold charge machine. Got Brinton up to third. Keith Mayato sitting in fifth place. Good run he's having in that Repsol Honda number 19. And a few takers down pit road. Looks like Chris Samard's brought it down pit road. No, he hasn't. Somebody's running exactly the same paint scheme as him. Don't know who that is. That's Garrett Maines back there in 15th. Kevin O'Brien. Got Corbin, he's running the same paint scheme as Chris Simard. Well, similar one anyway, so that could be confusing. Kyle Streichars is in 22nd, just coming down the pit road. Kevin Cornelius out of pit road as well. John Morganti as well. Kyle Gilbert slowly making his way up the field. He's already up to P8 now. Making his debut here in Top Fuel Racing and making his debut for Phenomenal Evolution Racing. So, under caution number 2 here, we're on lap 11 of 155. That's your field right there. Well, that's his leader right there. His mother told him it could be anything, so he decided to be a pace car driver, or a pace car. As I think the lights are going off on the pace car this time round. And they are. We're going to get them going once again here at Milwaukee. Through turns 3 and 4 once again, ready to get them going one more time. Sage Karen going to be in control of the field. Watch for Rick Raven, who's been very quick on the restart here tonight, as he proved from jumping from 4th to 2nd. As pace car peels off, and away we go again. Green flag is out. Scott Brinson getting a better start this time round. And Brinson moving up to 2nd place. Great move there by the number 14. Well, the number 1. It was the number 1 last week. It's the number 14 tonight. But the reigning champion up to 2nd place, having a much better run here tonight. David Martinez, he could be in a bit of trouble here. He's got Lambert and Mayato right behind him. Pulls away slightly. Look at Carl Gilbert now onto P7. He's past Carl Burke. As we've got a big wreck on the back stretch. On the front stretch, sorry. Garrett Maines is out of this event. Joe Morganti's in it. Got Corbin, Kevin Cornelius. Mark Walker getting away with it by the looks of things. Let's go to Garrett Maines and find out what happened. Looks like they might have got into it ahead of him. And it did. It was Dan Neese. Let's take a look at Dan Neese there. Take a look at what happened to him. Got it all wrong coming out of turn 4. Turned it across the track and into the path of Garrett Maines. And a lot of good drivers taken out because of that. Terrible mistake by Dan Neese. He should have kept it locked down and to the inside. Big rookie mistake there by Neese. That's already taken Garrett Maines and Brad Truex out of this race. Michael Jean's not taking the start either. But yeah, some big names taken out of that one. Meanwhile, we're going to step away for just a couple of minutes for a quick commercial break. And we'll be right back.
So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up.
4 more kilometers. Oh, there we go! They caught!
This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride.
Wonky! Down to the inside of Hookie's off!
Passenger throws the block, and he will keep him behind him.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down. Hand over my crown. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up. I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
You rejoin us live here at Milwaukee. We're about to go and green it again. 3 cautions deep. And we're only 18 laps in. And people need to calm down at this point in this race. We're already down to 29 drivers in this. 27 drivers left on the lead lap. Sage Karen going to bring them back to green here. Pace car is off now. There he goes. So there he goes, and we're under green once again. Can they keep it clean this time? They make their way into turn 1. And Rick Raven going to work to the inside of Scott Brinson here and takes away second place. That inside line on the second row seems to be the best place to be restarting. Well, the second row seems to be the best place to restart. A bit further back of the field, Chris Samard. At the back of a little pack there with Tyler Vickery just behind him. Will Kirk just ahead of him. And there's Jeff Hollingsworth. Driving for turn 3 APC Racing. Oh, Samard almost getting into the back of Will Kirk there, but he's going to make the pass on him into turn 1. Makes it stick there, and he joins up to the back of Jeff Hollingsworth, or does he? Because here comes Kirk to the outside. Going to get a rebound move on him into turn 3. Can he make it stick? No, he can't. Samard gets the better line going into turn 3 and out of turn 4. So good defending there by the number 27 driver. And we're under caution again. Jake Bryan and Joe Morganti and a lot of other drivers involved. And Jake Bryan losing the back end. And who was that went across the track? It's Kevin Cornelius. Let's take a look at what happened to him, because he completely wiped out Joe Morganti there. A lot of good cars taken out in that one again. Chris Walker. Joe Morganti is out, unfortunately. Paul Crumroy. Looks like he managed to get away with that. Oh, great driving there by Crumroy to get around Jake Bryan. That's how you know that there's a man with skill behind the wheel after getting around that car very, very skillfully. Great driving there. Great awareness by Paul Crumroy. Kevin O'Brien, unfortunately, was in that accident as well. So we're under caution number 4 here. Can't help but think that this is going to be a long night here tonight. Carl Gilbert back there in 7th place. He's right ahead of Carl Burke. Jeff Hollingsworth moving up to 9th, and Chris Samard runs out the top 10. Just ahead of Will Kirk. One hell of a battle they were having just now in that run. We're still watching Will Kirk there. Sage Karam still leads this thing. Has led the most laps, 24. All of the laps. Led by Sage Karam. As joining me in the booth is Mr. Joe Morganti. Joe, being caught up in wrecks that weren't your fault tonight. Not the way you wanted to go tonight.
No, absolutely not. It's like I said, it's in Sim. It's absolutely frustrating, borderline aggravating, to be caught up in somebody else's wreck when they don't know how to hold the brakes after they get into a crash.
Absolutely, we've seen that twice here tonight. Once with Dan Neese and the other one with Kevin Cornelius coming across the track after wrecking. But we're going to get them racing here again, Joe, as the lights are off on the pace car. Unfortunate that your night's come to an end so early, but I think it's going to be the same for a lot of drivers here tonight if the things keep going the way they are.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So into turn 3 they go. Getting ready to set them loose for probably another 5 laps.
Sorry, I'm
frustrated, I know.
Yeah.
So the pace car's about to peel off. Sage Karen going to get them going once again. And away we go. Rick Raven able to go with him this time.
There's a big checkup at the start there.
Yeah, just
stacked up a lot of cars.
Yeah, a lot of impatient racing going on so far tonight, and it's going to be a matter of time before there is another wreck. Sage Karen just going around Kevin O'Brien there, putting a lap on him. As we're under caution again. Dan Neese,
that was 2 laps.
Yeah, Dan Neese involved this time round. So let's see what Dan Neese did. He was in front of Tyler Vickery at this point. And back end just stepped out again and into the wall he went. Luckily, nobody hit him this time. Everybody great awareness this time. I think this is kind of cluing up to the fact that there's going to be someone wrecked at the end of turn 4. And they need to be careful.
Yeah.
So that is going to be the end of Dan Neese's race by the looks of things. So unfortunate for him. And if I kind of flamed out Dan Neese the first time he wrecked, then I apologise. But
Kyle wants to be moved up. To the main lobby.
Okay, I can do that.
Yep.
Okay, so Kyle, the only driver remaining for Phenomenal Evolution. There would have been 3 tonight had one certain person turned up tonight.
Yep.
Who shall not be mentioned for sanity reasons. Speaking of sanity, how much of a poor start have they had in the main roster this year? They got called up. Pretty bad.
Yeah, pretty bad.
They've been wasted. Anyway, back to the matter at hand, and we have. Oh, I've lost my train of thought. Sage Karen still leading this thing. We're under 5 cautions already here tonight. As I don't have any alcohol, so I'm screwed.
Oh, same. I forgot my drink.
So as it stands right now, it's a Raven Motorsport 1, 2, 3. Sage Karen is the man at the front. Rick Raven in second. Damon Martinez in third. Scott Brinson dropped to 4th after that restart. Josh Lambert, a good 5th place for him. Keith Mayato in 6th. Carl Burke in 7th. Carl Gilbert on his debut, missing the rear engine cover on his car.
Oh! So he is. It just cools off the motor better.
Yeah. So Carl Gilbert in 8th, but for how long with that damage on his car? Captain Will Kirk in 9th, and Doug Kennedy up to 10th place right now. 11th is Robert Dudley. Dudley's already been in an incident himself tonight, so good rebound for him so far. Jay Bryan, the man that caused the caution before the last one that came out. He's in P13 right now. Paul Cromwright slowly making his way back to the front. He is already up to P15 after being 2 laps down at one point. So this is good for the people that lose laps early in the race. They can get their laps back easily if there's this many cautions.
Exactly. I mean, with Chris Walker, if he's still in it, there's plenty of opportunity for him to come back. Kevin Cornelius, I hope he's still in this race. He'll be able to get back up, no problem. And as I say that, Kevin Cornelius actually has left. I did not see that.
Yeah, the drivers behind the wall right now are Kevin Cornelius, Garrett Maynes and Brad Truex. Michael Jeans did not start the race, neither did Mark Robertson. I heard that Michael Jeans has had a few connection problems and it wouldn't let him start the race tonight.
Oh, that sucks for him. I don't wish that upon anybody.
Absolutely not, but the lights are off on the pace car again. Let's see if we can get a green flag run going this time round. The field is getting smaller with every caution we have. We've got 27 cars still running, 25 left on the lead lap. So let's see how this one goes as they make their way through turns 3 and 4. Sage Karam going to get them going yet again here. I'm not live. Yeah, I used Tony's trick. Anyway, we're live again. Sage Karam in the lead. Rick Raven in second. And Scott Brinson already up to P3. Please don't let there be another caution. Anyway, go back to Robert Dudley. He's moved his way up to P10 after dispatching of Doug Kennedy, who's fallen back into 12. He's lost a position to Jake Bryan as well. Got Corbin going to move up there to ahead of him too. And not the pack racing that Scott Brinson feared here tonight, Joe.
No, he was afraid that it was going to be pack racing, but you know, with the varying skill levels here for this track, it's and there goes another caution. And with the varying skill levels for this for every driver here, it's just you never know how it's going to be, but. It's not the pack racing that we thought it was going to be. Maybe if we come here with the Pro Mazda, it'll be a pack race, but yeah,
we won't be coming in for the Pro Mazdas, as it was Dan Neese again that really put the final nail in the coffin of that was his race. So Dan Neese is now out of this event after wrecking it for the 3rd time tonight and bringing out 3 cautions. So Dan Neese has brought out 3 of the 6 cautions we've had here tonight.
Oh boy. And you know what? It looks like nobody else got involved in that, so that's awesome.
Absolutely. As we've got a person in the live chat say named Igor. Really, really original name. Great. Saying this is gay. There's nothing wrong with people being gay.
No, there's nothing wrong.
Don't be such a snowflake. Anyway. Everybody into pit road. It looks like Scott Brinson's going to stay out. Sage Karam in pit road, though.
Sage Karam. If my camera would work. Looks like Rick Raven in there as well.
Yeah, Sage Karam, Rick Raven, Damon Martinez, Keith Mayato, our teammate Kyle Gilbert, Mark Walker, Carl Streichars, and you've been in pit road for 705 seconds.
10-4.
So you might get the awards for the longest pit stop ever here tonight. So
yeah. Let's hope.
That'd be one accolade to get tonight, anyway.
I get something at least.
Be like the racing equivalent of a Razzie Award.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, it's the racing equivalent of a Slammy.
Slammys are pretty prestigious, somewhat, even though they're a gimmick.
Yeah.
So, Scott Brinson now your leader. Josh Lambert up to 2nd after the pit stops are shaking out. Carl Burke into 3rd. Will Kirk into 4th. That rhymed, actually. Robert Dudley into 5th. Jake Bryan 6th. Scott Corbin 7th. 8th is Doug Kennedy. 9th is Ernie Ludwig. And running out of the top 10, still marching his way through the field despite everything, is Paul Cromroy. We are going to step away for just a couple of minutes. We'll be right back with some more racing action here on Bofa Broadcasting. Stay tuned.
Down into turn number 1. Another slide job and crossover. The brakes are glowing on that left front as we go 3 wide for the 3rd spot. Making sure they won't pull up. Almost in intersection. going to be fun to keep an eye on some of the B-main bombers in this one.
Gotta keep an eye on it all, but this is the battle to watch right here, the battle for third.
By the way, a little homework. Morris was able to make it back on track.
And you rejoin us live here from Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Mile, the AZ Direct Old Milwaukee Shootout. And we've not really seen much green flag running here tonight because of the amount of cautions we've had in tonight. 6 cautions in all. And we've got a new leader though. Scott Brinson going to bring him back to the green this time round to make their way through turns 3 and 4. Joe, why don't you get us going this time?
You got it. As they make their way out of turn 4. Pace car goes in. Green flag is back out in the air. Scott Brinson out jumping with the early lead.
Yeah, and Josh Lambert moving up to second. Will Kirk and Carl Burke having a very very severe battle here. Coming out of turn 2. I had to choose my words carefully there as Jay Bryan going to try the inside on Kirk there as they go through 3 and 4. Kirk loses the back end but keeps it going. Loses a ton of spots.
That was scary.
Also a great save there for Kirk. Kyle Gilbert finally got that engine cover back on his car. But he's mired in traffic. Look at the cars around it. That's Tyler Vickery, Will Kirk, Rick Raven to his inside, Damon Martinez to his outside. And I believe that is Johnny Antonucci there as well. No, Ernie Ludwig. That's who it is. Kyle Gilbert trying the outside pass on Will Kirk as they go through turns 1 and 2. And Gilbert's actually impressing me in this race. He knows how to race these cars.
He really does. He's impressing the hell out of me.
Oh, 3 wide coming out of 4! What a move by Kyle Gilbert! What a move by Kyle Gilbert! Not afraid to make those kind of moves in his first ever Top Fuel race. What a driver we've got on our team right now.
Yes, we do. Holy crap, Kyle.
I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but my God, what a move.
I'll be the you could be the impartial one. I'll be the one that roots for the team.
Kyle Gilbert putting one of the moves of the season, and we're only in round 3. So great move there by Gilbert. Let's go back to the front. Scott Brinson has checked the hell out right now. I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like we've got a bit of a run going on here.
Shh.
23 cars left on the lead lap. Matt Burkhart is the last man on the lead lap. Just making his way through turn 4 behind Kevin O'Brien. But Kevin O'Brien is a lap down. Go to Kyle Streichers. He's chasing down Keith Maiato and Johnny Antonucci. Antonucci about to lose a spot to Keith Maiato. Maiato's trying the outside line. Going through turn 4. Very wide line there for Maiato, but he gets the move done. He moves up to P16. Good move there by Maiato.
Yeah, exceptional move.
Now he's got to chase down Ernie Ludwig. That's his next target. And he's already up to the back.
Looks like... Go ahead.
It's already half the gap between himself and Ludwig. Ludwig sticking to the back of Will Kirk here. Not really making
I was just gonna say that Ernie was gaining on Will Kirk going into turns 3 and 4. It looks like he's able to gain, close up the gap between them in 3 and 4, but he just loses it as soon as he hits the front stretch.
And here comes Keith Maiato. Finally got that gap down. He's going to try the outside pass again like he did with Johnny Antonucci. Not going to make it work this time though. Might get it done this time round as he passes him on the backstretch on the outside. So great move there by Maiato. Another one.
Makes it look easy.
Yeah. Maiato, the reigning Indy 500 champion for Top Fuel Racing. And he got 2 wins on the season last season, so he's no stranger to being up at the front.
Exactly. As Tyler Vickery goes around our teammate of Kyle Gilbert coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, Tyler Vickery, former member of Phenomenal Evolution. Currently running as an independent, as you can tell by the black paint scheme. Yeah, having a good run here tonight. He's up in P11. Trying to chase down Damon Martinez for P10. Might be Paul Crumry in a minute, because Damon Martinez right on the back of Paul Crumry, who's moved up to P9 now, still marching his way for the field.
That's incredible, because I was right behind him, right behind Crumry once before, and he was down a lap. And with the amount of cautions that we've had today, he's been able to get back on the lead lap and back up into the top 10. Always a contender for the win.
Absolutely. And he won at Iowa, let's not forget. So he knows how to win races, does Mr. Crumry. Actually gapping Damon Martinez at this point. Let's check in with Sage Karam, who's right behind Jay Bryan. Already up to the top 5 after taking that pit stop on the last caution.
Didn't take him long to get back up into the top 5, and it looks like Jake Bryan is able to hold off Sage Karam.
Absolutely, he's doing one hell of a job.
Exactly. We'll see if it's only going to be a matter of time when Sage gets around him, but Jake's doing a hell of a job holding him off.
Yep, you see him there. They make their way into turn 1 in the Napa Autosports car, or Napa Auto Parts car. That's the one. Jake Bryan going to defend after they go around. It looks like Chris Samard they've just gone around.
Yeah, it's the lap car of Chris Samard. That was all that Sage needed to gain 2 positions. Or no, I'm sorry, 1 position.
Yeah, Matt Burkhart also a lap down. So Karam up to P4. Carl Burke will be his next target, who's trying to chase down Josh Lambert, who's up to 2nd place. So good moves for good position for Lambert to be in only his 2nd race in Top Fuel Racing. But Scott Brinson already out to a 3-second lead here, Joe. He's gone completely.
I mean, he wasn't even that fast when we were in practice, but to see him out front like this, completely just gapping the rest of the field, it's incredible.
Absolutely. Raul Alvarez taking a really wide line going through turns 1 and 2 to stay out of the way of Brinson as he goes around him. But Raul Alvarez, not one we've talked about much tonight, is sitting in P21. 3 seconds. He's actually 1 lap down now, obviously, after the leader just passed him. But he's catching Johnny Antonucci, though. And Johnny Antonucci's the next guy up the road from Alvarez. He's 2.9 seconds back. Meanwhile, let's take a look at Jake Champion. He's in a battle as well with Ernie Ludwig. Ludwig's actually fallen down a couple of spots. He's lost a position to Doug Kennedy as well. And he's under pressure from Jake Champion here. Meanwhile, Paul Crumry has fallen back to 11th. He's been passed by Carl Gilbert. Gilbert up to the top 10, or back up to the top 10 already. Next target for Gilbert.
He just continues to impress, man. Unreal.
Yeah. As my connection's taking a poop again.
Rip.
Be prepared for cars to fly through the air right now. Does this every time. There we go, it's back to normal again. Anyway, yeah, Kyle Gilbert up to P10. He's chasing down Damon Martinez, but he's 2 seconds back. Martinez himself is close up to the back of Robert Dudley here. And looks like Raven Motorsports slowly crawling their way through the field here. As we're under caution, that is Raul Alvarez. We did mention him before. Alvarez in trouble here. Take a look there. Oh, nearly collected Sage Karam as he goes around.
Yeah, just touched the apron and the rumble strips, and as we've seen tonight, rumble strips and flat surface does not work very well for these cars.
Yeah, unfortunately, the same thing happened to Garrett Maines. Unfortunately, Garrett Maines already out of this event tonight. We were expecting Maines to be well up there with the leaders tonight, but unfortunately things did not go his way tonight. Alvarez back up and running again as we're under caution number 7 here. Scott Brinson not going to be happy that he's seen his lead being whittled away by a caution like that as they're bringing it down pit side.
Oh, I just went back, watched it from the engine cover camera, and holy crap, did Sage get so close to getting taken out.
Yep, Karam just hitting his box there. Scott Brinson going to win the race off pit road here as Lambert's going to come off second, and looks like Sage Karam's come off pit road third, so gained a position on that pit stop. Paul Cromwright staying out, as did Tyler Vickery. Same for Jake Champion. As Ernie Ludwig stayed out, Carl Streichard stayed out, and he is the last one that did stay out. Behind him, everybody else pitted. So, Sage Karam moving up a spot in that pit stop there, getting the jump on Carl Burke. So, watch for him to get a good restart, because that third place, second row back has always been the strongest position to be in, as the cars in front of him. Oh, Karam's back in pit road.
Did he get a penalty?
No, probably getting the top off of fuel.
Probably. He just wants to make it interesting for himself, I guess.
Absolutely. Why not? And we've seen Sage Karam around this track in real life as well. He knows how to get this track done.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the deal. Oh! Almost gets it into the tyre wall on pit exit. Not what you want to do there, Mr. Karam. Meanwhile, back at the front, Paul Cromwright is the man in front, and he's going to bring him back to green, though. 39 laps on his tyres, though.
I don't think that Paul will be able to stay up there towards the front with everybody else on fresher tires.
And my brother's having an argument on the live chat, right?
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta see this.
I've already removed one of the people he's arguing with, so.
Oh, spoil my fun.
I've just had to hide Igor because he was being disrespectful to the moderators. Please do not be disrespectful to the moderators on the live chat, as you will be removed and you won't be welcome back, unfortunately. But anyway, lights are off on the pace car. Paul Cromwright going to bring him back to green. Tyler Vickery up to a second place as well. Good position for him to be in. And Carl Streichard is in third. As in goes the pace car, away goes Paul Cromwright. And lap 66 of 155. We're back under green against Carl Streichard, moving to the inside of Tyler Vickery. Moves up to second place. And watch for the newer tyre-clad drivers to make their way to the front. Scott Brinson already dispatched Carl Burke. Carl Burke has fallen backwards. Got someone running really high up towards the wall. Not sure who that was. Might have been Damon Martinez. He's on the high side and being freight trained right now. It's always scary when you see him bunched up like this. You just want to get him stretched out again and get a nice green flag run like we did last time.
Exactly. You don't want to see them going 3 or hell even 4 wide going through the corners and coming out of the corners. That's just asking for disaster, as they do go 3 wide out of 4.
Sage Karam in the middle there. That was Keith Mayato and Scott Corbin on the either side of him as he's moving to the inside of Robert Dudley. Still on the back of Scott Corbin there. Moves to the inside of Corbin, and he's going to take that position away by the looks of things he does. Slide job!
Slide job!
And already he's taking the trying to take the position from Jake Bryant, so... Oh, as Rick Raven goes around! That's going to bring out caution number 2. Luckily, Raven did not hit anything. Take a look at that. Going into turn 1. And it was that rumble strip again that caught him out. That rumble strip through 1 and 2. It's caught 3 drivers out here tonight, and it's paid them dearly. And, fortunately for Rick Raven, though, he didn't hit anything, so he can just get back up and running and restart this race with a not-so-broken car.
He's one of the lucky ones tonight, let me tell you that.
Yeah, David Gainforth joining us in the live chat. Welcome, Dave. Looking forward to see what you can do at Michigan tomorrow night for Somo.
And speaking of Somo,
yeah,
I want to announce that I'm going to try and make my very first start tomorrow night in Michigan in the Somo Racing League.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to make you a paint scheme for that one.
Yeah. Do you want me?
No.
No. No. No. Just no.
I knew exactly what you were going to say, and I'm saying no. As
yeah.
Carl Strychars is the man in the lead right now. As it looks like Paul Crumrye took it down pit road. Where is he? There he is, down in P17. He's just coming out of pit road now, ahead of Tyler Vickery. So, while they're under caution, going to step away for another commercial break. We'll be right back in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned, and if we've got enough time, we might even get an interview in.
So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up.
4 more kilometers.
Oh, there we go! They caught! This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride.
Frankie! Down to the inside of Hookie's off!
Passenger throws the block, and he will keep him behind him.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down. Hand over my crown. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up. I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero.
Hey, what's up, guys? Scott Speed here at the iRacing headquarters. Some exciting news about the upcoming Rallycross World Championship. They've got a wild card entry.
Right, we're back live here at Milwaukee. We're about to go green again. They're coming through turns 3 and 4. Carl Strychars is your man, about to bring them back to the green. He's going to have Scott Brinson to his outside, though, on fresher tyres. See how he can handle it, though.
It looks like they waved off the restart.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
That was Scott that, let's see what they're saying.
It might be an iRacing deal.
Yeah.
I think they did it last week at, oh, they did it on Sunday at Phoenix when they waved off the restart.
Right.
I want to give a shout out to Scorpius9472 who's in the chat right now. If you're interested in retro gaming and well, just gaming in general, then check him out. He streams every Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. But yeah, if you want to see some live gaming, then check him out. He plays all the classics at the moment. He's playing Zelda, which is the one from the Nintendo Wii. So yeah, everybody likes a bit of Zelda, right?
Everybody loves Zelda. I mean, if you don't love Zelda, you need to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you need to get out. Go get yourself a Wii. Hell, go get yourself an N64 and go play Ocarina of Time. It's one of the most highly acclaimed games of my generation. Go get it. Go play it.
Well, incidentally, Scorpius 9472 just completed that game live on his live stream. So
I absolutely love it. I went through and did, filled up all the profiles. Scott has thrown the yellow flag once again for probably organizing problem.
Yeah, there was one person just coming out of the pits just right in front of the pace car. I think it was Chris Simard. Having problems there coming out of pit. Actually, it might not have been a Chris Simard. It might have been. It was a red car anyway. I think it might have been Jeff Hollingsworth actually. Trying to get out in front of the pace car, and he came out literally right in front of the pace car and kind of held everybody up, so it kind of extended the caution again. But looks like the lights are off on the pace car again. We might just get him going this time round.
I'm actually streaming this as well, and streaming this race on twitch.tv/lugnutub. And my buddy Mark, he's saying that racers are throwing sippy cups on the track.
Oh, that might be why. That'll do it. Yeah, because those sippy cups will get stuck in those side pods, and yeah, it's not good.
No, it's really not good. You don't want your sippy cups stuck in your side pod.
Absolutely, so we're about to get them going once again. Finally going to get them going. Pace car's going to make that hard left turn. And we're going to be under green once again. Carl Streichars has control of the field, and away we go. Green flag is out finally. Josh Lambert going to make the dive to the inside, and Scott Brinson into turn one. And here comes Sage Karam to the inside of Carl Burke. Carl Streichars has checked out already. Look at the gap he's got on the field. As we're under caution already, Rick Raven is involved. And Kyle Gilbert is involved as well. Take a look there. Kyle Gilbert was ahead. Oh! Gilbert was involved in his own incident there. Raven and Champion were involved in a incident all to themselves. Let's take a look at the Rick Raven incident first. Getting him going there. He's right behind Paul Cromwright. And again,
looks like he what?
Yeah, he lost it. Same for Jake Champion. Looks like the same happened to Kyle Gilbert as well.
No, I think that Kyle Gilbert had a little bit of help there.
Let's take a look there. Goes to the outside of Paul Cromwright, going through turns 1 and 2.
Oh no, he did. The back end just stepped out.
Yeah, Paul Cromwright lucky not to hit him there. The 3 cars losing it all by themselves. That's unheard of. I've never seen that happen before. As it looks like Kyle Gilbert's race might be done here, Joe.
I think he still has a fast repair. We'll see if he's actually gonna be able to get back in this.
He's already out of the car.
10-4.
Unless he's taking advantage of the time and going for a quick bathroom break.
I would not doubt that.
So, we're on caution number 9 here, and I'm going to get some interviews out of the way, I think.
I think that's a good idea.
And firstly, we're going to speak to Mr. Scott Brinson, unless they're going to bring a pit side, I'm not sure. We'll find out now. Take a look at Brinson.
He's staying out on the track.
Yep, so I'm going to bring him into the booth and get a word in with Mr. Brinson. And he's here in the booth with me now. Scott, you got a copy, buddy?
You hanging in there, man?
Just about.
I knew it was gonna be like with 34.
But anyway, Scott, you're having a great one out there tonight. You're currently sitting in second place behind Carl Streichars, who's on much older tyres than you. What do you reckon you can do at this point, despite all the cautions?
Believe it or not, there when they were out there in front of me, it was him, Crumry, and I can't remember who else it was. The three of them were doing all.
Scott, I keep losing your mic there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm having some connection issues tonight, obviously. Probably with all the cars in here.
Okay. Well, just quickly, if you can hold on, just what can you do before the end of this race here tonight, Scott?
Just gonna do what I've been doing, man. See what happens. You never know.
Absolutely. Well, Scott, I'm going to let you go back because I know you're having a few problems up there, and the lights are off on the pace car. So good luck for the rest of the race, and we'll definitely be speaking to you post-race anyway.
All right. A little bit of a long green flag run here. Get a chance to do some racing again.
Absolutely. Good luck, Scott. We'll speak to you later.
Anyway, I got a chance there. I just want her kids, Faith and Hayden, and my mom. I love you all very much. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks to all the fans out there for supporting Top Fuel Racing. Thanks, Sam.
No problem. See you later, Scott.
Deuces.
As that was Scott Brunson having a few connection problems there, Joe. He seems a bit frustrated in that car.
Yeah, I think he's frustrated with the amount of cautions that we're having tonight, and understandably so. As you know, as a league owner, you want to see long green flag runs, hell, no cautions, and just flat out racing, but just not happening tonight.
Anyway, we're just going to get back to flat out racing now. Scott Brinson. And away we go. Carl Streichars gets him going again. And Josh Lambert going to jump to the inside again on Scott Brinson. As here comes Sage Karam again. Oh, he turns Josh Lambert. And into the wall goes Sage Karam. Big wreck. This is the big one. That's Rick Raven makes it through again.
That lucky SOB.
How did he make it through that? I mean, he made it through the wreck at, I believe it was Phoenix. No, Kansas last week. He made it through the wreck there, I think. Oh, was it last season? Anyway, Rick Raven, the luckiest man on the track. Let's go back and see how he managed to do that. See the bottleneck there. Got into it with poor Crumry. He did hit somebody, but didn't get any damage from it.
It looks like Sage Karam just poking his nose right below, trying to make it 3 wide, and just got into the left rear of Josh Lambert. Then it collects the 04 of Jake Bryan, who had a fantastic run tonight. Just coming to an end.
So you see Sage Karam there trying to make the moves there. Looks like Josh Lambert kind of checked up a bit going for the corner. Sage Karam might not have had anywhere to go. We don't know exactly what happened. Let's go to the chopper cam and find out exactly what happened there. You see Sage Karam on the outside there. Josh Lambert to the inside, trying to take the position away from Scott Brinson. Brinson gets a better run. Lambert looks like he checked up a bit, and Sage just had nowhere to go. Same for Jake Bryan.
Yeah, absolutely nowhere to go. The hole's closed up, and just go straight for the wall. As I'm watching Rick Raven's nice dodging of everybody else. That was impressive.
Absolutely, and I'm going to speak to Rick Raven now. And find out
Can
how.
you guys move me back?
Oh yeah, sorry, Will.
No, you're all good. I just the rated R room.
Yeah. As that was Will Kirk up in the booth for some reason. Going to speak to Rick Raven. As joining us in the booth is Mr. Rick Raven. Rick, I just got to ask one thing. How the hell did you make it through that?
Well, I got to be honest with you. It was pure skill.
No, I'm only kidding, man. I was hanging on for dear life. I'm like, I'm not going to make it through this. And somehow, I came. Although it did say, 2x, and so I guess I hit something, but I didn't feel anything. I was just very, very, very fortunate to get through there, and it moved me up to P8. So we'll see what the Gould Charge feels like when we go back to the green.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, your teammate Sage Karam caught up in that incident there. I'm guessing he's not going to be happy behind that number 22 machine.
Well, no, he's not happy right now, but I don't know what happened up there. He really hasn't said too much. He just said that his car was in bad shape, but I don't. Maybe he'll come back and still be able to finish good. I really don't know what's going on there.
Okay, Rick. Well, you're sitting in P.
I'm in P8 right now.
Yeah. What do you think you can do from here?
Well, I don't know. I just got to play it very cautious because it's a very loose setup. They changed the setup from the first practice to the last one, and this one is just very loose. Thus, a lot of caution flags. I think people are spinning. I spin twice coming off 4. I can't believe I didn't hit anything twice. So, for a professional sim racer of 25 years to do that, the setup is definitely loose.
Absolutely. Well, Rick, I'm going to let you go back to your room and get back to racing. Good luck for the rest of the race, and hopefully we'll be speaking to you post-race.
Thank you, Sam. Great job in the booth as always. Watching you on the side here.
Thank you very much. There it is. As we're gonna step away for a second, just having a few connection technical issues. We'll be right back.
So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up.
4 more kilometers.
Oh, there we go! They cut! This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride.
Frankie! Down to the inside of Hookie's off!
Ottinger throws the block, and he will keep him behind him.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down. Hand over my crown. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up. I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
And we're back live here at Milwaukee. Apologies for the connection issues, but we're about to go green again. Kyle Streichard still the man out in front right now. And everything to play for in this race so far here tonight, Joe.
Yeah, it's just caution after caution after caution, and we just had another caution while we were off the air. It was Antonucci getting caught up with another driver. I can't remember who that was.
Jake Champion.
Yes, it was Jake Champion. Champion just losing it, coming out of turn 4 and collecting Matt Burkhart and Johnny Antonucci. As we are going to be coming back to green. Pace car goes down pit road and green flag back in the air. Kyle Stretches, thank you for correcting me. It jumps out to the early lead with Scott Brinson in second, coming off of 2.
Yeah, and this field cut down very much so by the amount of cautions we've had tonight and the amount of wrecks we've had tonight. Carl Streichard's out in the lead, but I'll go through the list of retirements we've had so far tonight. Sage Karam out of this event tonight. Paul Crumroy out. Jake Bryan out. Josh Lambert out. Carl Gilbert out. Dan Neese out. Kevin Cornelius out. Garrett Maines out. And Brad Truex out as well. Michael Jeans, he didn't start, and neither did Mark Robertson, and neither did myself, because obviously I'm not good enough to be on the track. But anyway, Carl Streichard's already out to half a second lead over Scott Brinson there, who's in second. And Carl Burke holding on to a pretty good third place there ahead of Keith Mayato and David Martinez. Martinez and Raven, the only 2 drivers left from Raven Motorsports. And they don't seem to be, they look like they're struggling here tonight.
Yeah, I was just struggling just a little bit. I mean, if you could call a P6 struggling. Rick Raven just dodging that big one before we went to commercial. Just getting really lucky. I mean, he hasn't hit a damn thing all night.
No, which is shocking. Anyway, but unfortunate for Phenomenal Evolution, all 3 cars out of this event. Yourself and Kyle Gilbert unfortunately retiring. Myself, I didn't start. But yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that.
No. But anyway, there is Rick Raven, the man sitting in 6th place. Just ahead of Chris Samard, who's rebounded for P7. Tyler Vickery out in the top 10 as well. Doing alright for himself. He's just ahead of Ernie Ludwig and Jeff Hollingsworth there back in 11th. We have only 20 cars left running out of the 34 that started. Robert Dudley is in pit road and he's got wing damage, Joe.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Robert Dudley. He was doing a really decent job out there tonight, and was really hoping that he'd be able to get back up back up into the top 10 and hopefully finish pretty well. I don't know if you saw it, but we had a change for the lead. Scott Brinson taking over the lead from Kyle Streichard's. I know my pronunciations are absolutely horrific. I'm sorry, Kyle.
Kyle Streichard's. Well,
Thank you.
There, you got right up to the back of Streichard's as they go down the top, finish straight. To the inside goes Scott Brinson. Alongside him and out of turn 2, it was a battle. It was a pretty good battle between the two, but Streichard's on those older tyres had no choice but to give it up in the end. And Scott Brinson already out to a 1.5 second lead. You can see him right there with Streichard's already under pressure from Keith Mayato.
Yeah, those older tires on Kyle's cars it's not working out.
Not at all. Carl Burke, he's fallen back a couple of spots as well. He's just been passed by Damon Martinez. And there goes Keith Mayato to the inside of Streichard's and moves his way up to 2nd place. Good move there by Mayato, but it was going to be academic anyway. With Streichard's on those older tyres, it was always going to be falling backwards like that.
Exactly. I hope he comes in next time we get a caution or during the next round of pit stops and changes those tires. Hopefully he can stay up there towards the front.
Absolutely. Jake Champion, amazingly still in this event after the Couple of wrecks he's been in tonight. He's there in P12. He's just behind Scott Corbin, sorry. And Johnny Antonucci's still in this event as well, despite being in the wreck. That was the only wreck he's been in tonight, so he's already used up his fast repair, and he's just ahead. Well, he's actually 1.6 seconds ahead of Raul Alvarez, who's also been in the wars tonight.
And Johnny actually doing a really good job tonight, even though he's top 15, he's doing really well for himself.
Yeah, he's got Kevin O'Brien behind him. Kevin O'Brien himself is 2 laps down. And we've had another driver put his car behind the wall. That is Chris Walker. He's out of this event as well now. So, they're dropping like flies here, Joe.
They really are. They're just... The more wrecks that we have, the more chance that these guys are going to get caught up in it and have to use up that one fast repair that we get. When that happens, that's it. When they get caught up in another wreck, it's all over.
I mean, we always knew when we knew we were coming to Milwaukee that it was going to be a race of attrition, and that there was going to be a lot of cautions involved. It's a short track with that many drivers on it. You're always going to have problems, and we've seen that here tonight, as it looks like Rick Raven's lost a position to Chris Samata. Raven going to try and get it back though, right on the back of Chris Samata as they come out of turn 4. Across the line. And we're on lap 109 of 55. So we're coming towards 45 laps to go here. Despite all the cautions, it's gone pretty quickly tonight.
And it actually has. It's going by pretty quick, and hopefully they can... and here comes Kyle diving into pit road.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. He did not have much left on those tyres, and especially with fuel as well. That was always going to happen here. So Strychar's having to bring it down pit road eventually. If not for tyres, then definitely for fuel.
Exactly, yeah. Well, hopefully he'll take those 4 Mr. Feelgoods and a full tank of that Sunoco fuel, and there he goes, back off onto the track. And losing it coming out of pit road. Sorry to interrupt there, Sam.
You nearly called me by your name. Yeah, Kyle Strychar's not going to help him in the long run here as he loses it coming out of pit road. Going to get it going again, but he is going to be... Oh, this is the grass coming out of pit road as well. There goes Mark Walker going to his outside as well. So he's fallen all the way back to P18, 1 lap down, and he's not even in a lucky dog spot at this point.
No, he's not, and he's about to fall a 2nd lap down as soon as Scott Brinson catches up to him.
Yeah, you see him right there, right behind Strychar's. Chasing down Strychar's, but for a different reason. The 07 about to be lapped by the 14 and the reigning champion, Mr. Scott Brinson. And if Scott can get a win here, this will really put his title defense back on track here tonight, Joe.
Exactly. He didn't really think he was going to end up winning that title last season, but he's showing everybody here tonight why he is the champion.
Absolutely. He's already dispatched a couple of previous champions, and well, one of them anyway, in Michael Jeans. Jeans unfortunately not able to start the race due to iRacing doing its usual thing and not letting him start the race. But here comes Scott Brinson now to the back of Strychar's. Is Strychar's going to move over though? That's the question. Because
if he's smart, he will.
And he does. Stays to the outside, and there goes Brinson to put another lap on him. Carl Strychar's now 2 laps down, and that is all because of a mistake he made coming out of pit road. So big, well, very unfortunate there for Strychar's. Meanwhile, while all that's been happening, Keith Mayato's been slowly creeping up to the back of Scott Brinson. Got that gap down to less than a second here. Joe, we could be seeing a battle for the lead very soon.
We could indeed. I mean, all these all the lap cars that are getting right in front of Scott, it's is slowing him up a little bit, getting into that dirty air, and it's allowing Keith Mayato to actually catch up pretty quickly.
Yeah. David Martinez, he's all on his own in 3rd place, but yeah, definitely got to keep an eye on Keith Mayato, taking advantage of the lap traffic as we're under caution again. and I don't know who that is. It might be Jake Champion? No?
No, you're right. That is Jake Champion. He gets it's been happening all night. He gets on the rumble strips, and just the car just steps out from underneath of him.
Yeah, and there you go. There you see it. The back end just steps out, and around it goes, right in front of Jeff Hollingsworth by the looks of things, and that was enough to bring out the caution. So he didn't hit anything, thankfully, and just like Rick Raven earlier in the race, he can just get up and going again and continue on with his race. But Scott Brinson, again, not happy the fact that he's had to give up a pretty decent lead because of a caution.
I wouldn't worry if I was Scott Brinson. He's been fast here all night tonight, even with Sage Karam in the field. He'll jump out to an early lead again as everybody brings it down pit road. It looks like Scott Brinson comes out first with Keith Mayato in second. Damon Martinez third. It looks like everybody kind of holds their positions. Rick Raven actually moving up one spot on pit road.
Yeah, Raven always good in pit road. He comes out just ahead of Tyler Vickery, but still behind Chris Simard, and they'll want to dispatch him very quickly before this race is said and done. But Ernie Ludwig and Jake Champion staying out. Champion obviously deciding, oh, now he's bringing it pit side now. But Ernie Ludwig staying out, though.
Gutsy call by Ernie Ludwig.
Yeah, as you see Carl Streichars there right ahead of him. Streichars deciding to stay out to get a wave around. And you know, he's good at conserving tyres, so this won't worry him in the slightest.
No. And we have another retirement. I'm hearing it's Robert Dudley. Oh, tough night.
Yep, so that leaves Scott Corbin's in pit road as well. He's been in pit road for a while, and Scott Corbin's out in the car, and he's put his car behind the wall. So we have, let me do my high power gazintas here. 17 cars left running.
That sounds about right.
Out of 33 that started. That is tough, man. But unfortunately, and this is not a slight on any of the drivers in this race tonight, it will make for cleaner racing, and we'll have longer green flag runs as we are 35 laps to go here. No, 35 laps to go.
And there goes Streichars getting that wave around. Hopefully he'll get the lucky dog if there's another caution. Get right back up there on the lead lap.
Yeah. And for Scott Brinson, though, I want to touch on him for a second. This race is really falling in his lap right now, especially with Sage Karam suffering that retirement midway through the race. And his closest challengers right behind him just can't keep up with him. So Scott Brinson, the man in the catbird seat right now, but he's not starting he's not in control of the field. The control of the field will go to Ernie Ludwig as they come out of turn 4. Getting ready to make that card left turn is the pace car. There he goes. Ludwig is go, and the green flag is out. Brinson goes with him. What a fantastic restart for Brinson. Going to try the outside line on Ludwig and takes the lead back. What a restart by Scott Brinson. And that's just proving how much of a good race he's having here tonight. As David Martinez going to go with him as well. Ludwig going to be in trouble here as Martinez tries the outside line. And it looks like Martinez got the jump on Keith Mayato as well, Joe.
Oh my God, what an absolutely perfect restart for Scott Brinson. Gets around Ernie Ludwig and just absolutely takes off. Just showing the field that this is my race. This is my race, my championship to retain. You guys cannot take this from me.
Absolutely. You've got to give a shout out to Damon Martinez as well. Got the jump on Keith Mayato and dispatched Ernie Ludwig just as quickly. Good restart there by the number 44 driver.
Exactly. And as I'm going back to look at Ernie Ludwig, he is dropping like a fly. drop it like a brick.
Yeah, there goes Carl Berg to his outside. Rick Raven also got past him. Still behind Chris Samar, but also up to the top 5 as we're under caution again. That is Johnny Antonucci. Doesn't look like he's hit anything. Looks like another innocent spin there for the man in the 37. Let's take a look.
He just lost it all on his own. It's like I talked about earlier. These guys are just hitting the gas, probably just snapping the throttle, you know, getting full throttle right in the middle of the corner, and then it's just the torque takes over and it just steps out on them.
Yeah. And again, just as I mentioned, thankfully Antonucci did not hit anything, so he's got no damage on that car whatsoever. And again, he can just get it going again and continue on with his race. Carl Streichars, meanwhile, watch out because he's back on the lead lap.
Oh boy, this is going to get exciting. We see Carl Streichars. He was leading earlier on tonight and kind of hanging in there in the top 5, top 3.
Oh, we've got Jake Champion around. Sorry to cut you off there, Joe. Jake Champion pacing the wrong way on a one-way street. Let's take a look at what happened there. And trying to avoid hitting Jeff Hollingsworth and spun it around. I think he was clutching at the moment there. At that point there, wasn't expecting Hollingsworth to be as slow as he was in front of him, and just went around there. So very inconspicuous there for Champion there.
And that looked like a, I don't want to speculate, but that almost looked like almost a brake check. I mean, maybe not.
Yeah. You might just be wrong there, Joe.
I might just be wrong there. That's why I said I didn't want to speculate.
Absolutely. Oh, Scott having a blink there. Don't want to see that at this point in the race.
No, absolutely not.
But he did say when we tried to speak to him early, that he was having connection issues, so got to keep an eye on that one. But we're under caution again. I believe caution number 12, 13?
I think so.
Yeah. So not as bad as we initially thought, you know.
No, not at all.
I mean, we had 5 cautions in the first 30 laps, so 7 cautions since then, not too bad.
No, it is. We start out with these huge fields, and then it just dwindles down and dwindles down. The less cars that you have on a track, the least amount of times it's going to be, that we're going to have a caution. We're going to have more green flag runs.
Absolutely. As we are going to reach out to Mr. Keith Mayato while they're under caution, and he's in with the booth with me right now. Keith, you got a copy, sir?
10-4.
Running up there in the top 3, you've been slowly stalking the top guys. Look like you're having a pretty good run out there despite all the cautions.
Yeah, I'm managing. Now it's time to go. I'm going to see if I can get ahead of Damon here on the start and hopefully get do something for Scott there. He's been leading quite a bit of the race. If it goes green for the rest of the race, I have a chance.
Well, it looks like Team NPC are having a very good run here tonight with yourself in 3rd and Chris in 4th. Looks like you're going to be in for a good points haul tonight with the way things are shaping out. I had a pretty difficult start to the season, that's pretty granted, but definitely looking positive for you guys here tonight.
At the moment, it's looking very good, but I'll knock on wood somewhere, and hopefully it ends this way.
Okay.
Here, I'll knock on the wood for you. There you go.
Awesome, thank you.
Anyway, Keith, lights are off on the pace car. We'll let you get back down into your race room. Good luck, and hopefully we'll be speaking to you afterwards.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
As that was Chris Samana, MCS Motorsports. I do apologise. Carl Streichars is the other one in that team. As away we go. Green flag is out. Scott Brinton not wasting any time, and David Martinez getting caught on the high side. It looks like Keith Mayato actually under pressure from his own teammate there as they go through turns 1 and 2. But managed to keep it wound up there as they make it out of turn 2 safely. As Brinton now going to be under pressure from David Martinez. Martinez going to get a run on him going through 3 and 4 here. Chris Simard back there. Sorry, Joe.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say, it looked like they were coming off of turn 4, it looked like they had another caution. Saw a car sideways.
Tyler Vickery.
It was Tyler Vickery.
Yeah.
And, Rick Raven actually lost it.
Oh, no.
Coming out of... he just absolutely lost it. Just some bad arrow coming off of turn 4. And Tyler Vickery just gets collected in it. Just another innocent bystander.
Yep, just looking at that again. To the inside of Chris Simard went Rick Raven. Got sideways. Tyler Vickery nowhere to go. Not too much damage on the number 11, so he can maybe get that repaired and get back out again. But Tyler Vickery, unfortunately, his night is done.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It looks like it's just a front wing change for the 11 of Rick Raven, and we'll see if there wasn't any more damage like to the suspension.
Oh, he looks fine to me.
Well, if it looks fine, it's just going to be a front wing change, and he can go on his way.
Yep, I think he just took his fast repair actually.
Oh. Well, he shouldn't have done that.
Now his side pub was all scuffed up, and now it's not. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, 16 cars left running in this thing. We've cut the field in half here, Joe.
Completely in half. Like I keep saying, you know, the less cars that are out on the track, the less time, you know, the less chances we're going to have a caution. But these guys are proving me wrong. Stop doing that.
And the people in the live chat getting a bit roasty toasty. Yeah. You're reading it, are you?
Oh yeah, I'm reading it.
But anyway, let's reach out to another driver here while we're under caution. And there's not really much people to talk to. I think we'll leave it there. We're not going to talk to anybody at this point because getting close with 23 laps to go, people will want to just keep their focus.
Exactly. To these guys now, less than 20 to go, or coming up to less than 20 to go, it's game time.
Yeah, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong.
As I was watching Scott Brinson under caution, he got right up next to the pace car. That's shades of Tony Stewart right there. You know he's bored.
Yeah, and Tyler Vickery. Unfortunately, this is going to be his last race for 3 weeks because due to financial issues, he's going to be well, he's going all Force India on us. He's in administration. He won't be able to race for 3 weeks.
Ah, damn, that's unfortunate. Hate to see that.
Basically, he's got no money to re-up his iRacing.
Oh yeah.
Scorpius goes, that's no bueno.
No, that is no bueno. Tyler, go ahead and message me if you have PayPal. Message me your PayPal, bud. I'll re-up you for another month.
Yep. Another shout out to Scorpius9472 is helping out mod the chat here tonight. Doing an exceptional job in there, really keeping control of the proceedings there tonight. Very happy with my brother right now.
Yes, I'm very happy with your brother too.
Don't forget, it's not just me that bought the computer off you, it was him as well, so...
That's very true.
So, lights are off on the pace car. Again, we're going to get them going with 20 laps to go here, Joe. It's your turn to get us going once again.
Hey, this is my favorite time of the race.
20 to go.
Coming to 20 to go, and these guys are side by side. It's game time here at the Milwaukee Mile.
What, you mean it hasn't been game time already?
Oh no! Pace car dives it down pit road, and Scott Brinson, not as much of a jump as we've seen earlier on in the race.
That bottleneck though. Oh, someone that goes into the wall very hard! Very, very hard! That was Carl Streicher's very, very hard into the wall there. That was...
Along with Chris Samard.
Oh no, it was Chris Samard that hit the wall very hard. Let's take a look at Samard there.
Oh, and Strachar's getting collected in that. Oh,
that was a scary one for Samard there. Very scary crash. You see him 3 wide in the middle. And it just snapped right all of a sudden. Some kind of suspension failure or something, and it was just launched him straight into the wall. A big incident there for Chris Samard. I believe his race will be done.
It looks like Kyle Streicher's is it's just front wing and suspension cover gone on the car. It doesn't look like it's oh no, wait, I'm in the middle of a replay. Never mind. As Kyle takes it behind the wall, straight to the garage, and loading it back up on a truck.
Come on, Chris Samard. Bad luck for that man in the number 27. Having such a good run for tonight, and for him to have a failure like that, that's just not right. And the crash itself, that was just scary.
It was right in the middle of the corner.
Yeah. Let's take a look at that from his cockpit view, because that... We see there, just on the restart there, he's right behind Damon Martinez, his teammate. Keith Miles to the outside, gets a jump on Damon Martinez as they started had to check up a bit, going into turn 1. And then all of a sudden, blah, straight into the wall. Very scary incident there, collected by Carl Streichars. And...
Well, I could say this. He was in 4th gear in the middle of the corner, and 4th gear has been the one to get these guys loose coming out of the corners, and in the middle of the corner. He should have been in 5th.
Absolutely. I'm going to steal away from Tony. Thank God this is a simulator.
Same.
Scott Brinson, still your leader here with 17 laps to go. Under caution, I believe, number 15.
I think so.
Or 14, one of the two. But anyway, Brinson, your leader. Mayato in 2nd. Damon Martinez in 3rd. Carl Burke in 4th. Captain Will Kirk is in 5th. Rounds out the top 5. Hollingsworth in 6th. It looks like Rick Raven's still running there. He's in P9.
That's absolutely incredible for him to... for him to be still in the top 10, as many incidents as he's been in. That's just unreal.
Yeah. So, Scott Brinson, your man, going to take him back to the green again. The lights are off on the pace car. And looks like Chris Samard is going to park it for the night. He's been in pit road for over 3 minutes now since the big wreck that he had. So I'm guessing he's used up both of his fast repairs. He's just going to cheer on Keith Mayato at this point, and you touching that, you were knocking on wood there, didn't help at all.
I'm sorry. Don't kill me next race, please.
Incidentally, next race we go to will be Pocono, one of your favourite tracks.
Yeah, one of my favorite tracks. So he got a win there in another league, but it was in a different car. It was in the IRO 5. It was one of my favorite cars to run in iRacing, and I deeply missed that vehicle.
Well, we're on to this vehicle, and we're about to go green again in the IR18 as the pace car makes the hard left turn. Scott Brinson not wasting any time, and away we go again. Keith Mayato might be under pressure from Damon Martinez as they go into turn 1. No, Martinez is in trouble from Kirk and Burke. Wow, that is a rhyming name. That's awesome. Anyway, Carl Burke there, just ahead of Will Kirk, sorry. As looks like Jeff Hollingsworth moving his way up to the top 5 now. So great move for him. And here comes Ernie Ludwig. He's going to try and make his way up. There's Rick Raven's going to dive in there. Almost gets into the back of Ernie Ludwig. As we've got one in the wall. One in the wall. That is Jake Champion. And that's going to be his race, I'm afraid. Caution number 15. Oh, looks like he got a bit of a tag off Matt Burkhart.
Yeah, absolute complete netcode on absolutely just full netcode on Burkhardt's part.
Yeah, we're just gonna go.
Nothing he could have done.
Yeah. And that's another issue around one of these tracks. I mean, but netcode is a problem. The Raven diving in on Ernie Ludwig there. And Raven tried to send it again on Ludwig. Yeah, definite netcode between Champion and Burkhardt.
Could fit my fat ass in between those cars.
Get both of our fat asses between those cars. As we're going to step away for another commercial break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned.
So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up.
4 more kilometers. Oh, there we go! They cut!
This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride.
Frankie! Down to the inside of Hookie's off!
Ottinger throws the block, and he will keep him behind him.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down. Hand over my crown. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up. I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Down into turn number 1. Another slide job and crossover. The brakes are glowing on that left front as we go 3 wide for the 3rd spot. Making sure they won't pull up. Almost in intersection. Almost pushing each other into the intersection and around. It's going to be fun to keep an eye on some of the B-main bombers in this one. Got to keep an eye on it all, but this is the battle to watch right here, the battle for 3rd. By the way, a little homework. Morris was able to make it back on track.
And we're back here live at Milwaukee. 2 by 2 they go. Joe, it's your turn.
Alrighty. It's been a long night. These guys are, I think, are pretty much ready to end this race. Going to be coming to, I believe, 8 to go.
Absolutely. No, 9 to go.
Oh, 9 to go. Even better.
And just want to give a shout out to Chicken Wings in the live chat. He has ligma.
10-4.
No, he didn't say that in the chat. I'm just saying he's got ligma.
Ah, okay.
Because he said both of these nuts and, you know.
Yeah. Ha ha ha. Alright, pace car goes into pit road, and Scott wasting absolutely no time and just taking off on the rest of the field, leaving Keith Mayato to suck his exhaust.
Eat his dirt, that's the one. Anyway, Carl
Yes.
Burke up to 3rd place after getting the jump on Damon Martinez. As, please don't let there be any more cautions. We're down to 13 drivers left on the track. Rick Raven moving up to the top 5 as he goes to the inside of Will Kirk. Will Kirk getting it all wrong through 1 and 2. So Raven up to the top 5. And Jeff Hollinsworth going to look to the inside of Kirk as well as they go through 3 and 4. Will Kirk having a few issues here after the restart. Oh, as Hollinsworth gets it all wrong. Almost loses the back end of the car. Manages to save it. What a save by Hollinsworth. Kevin O'Brien right on the back of him now. everybody on everybody on that lead, on the lead lap, apart from Raul Alvarez, is 1 lap down. Back at the front, we've still got a battle for the lead here between Scott Brinson and Keith Moyato. Damon Martinez has moved up to 3rd place. He's managing to... It's actually working on the outside of Carl Burke as they go through down the backstretch. Rick Raven's right there too. Oh, Carl Burke almost losing the back end as they go through 3 and 4. That's going to make him lose the position to Rick Raven. As Raven, what a rebound he's having. He moves up to the top 4. And yes, Rick Raven is going to be our BOFA driver of the night. So congratulations to Rick Raven.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job tonight, Rick. You've done your team proud. Nice job.
Yeah, the BOFA driver of the night is Rick Raven. Absolutely fantastic comeback he's made tonight. Back up to the top 5, but the man at the moment right now is Scott Brinson. 4 laps to go. Soon to be 3 laps to go here at Milwaukee. As the leaders, someone's going off in the background. That's Keith Moyato. Moyato's in trouble. And he's in pit road. No caution going to come out, but Moyato's thrown the race away here. And that's going to give the win, unless the wheel fall off it, to Scott Brinson, Joe.
Oh my gosh. Just unlucky for Keith Moyato, doing such a fantastic job putting the pressure on Scott Brinson, and he ended up putting the pressure on himself.
Yeah, Popsicle sticks around, and with 2 laps to go here at Milwaukee, Scott Brinson going to bring home the win here, unless the wheels fall off, or unless or if his connection drops. That would be devastating if that happens. But comes out of turn 4, and the white flag is out this time round. Scott Brinson did not have high hopes for this race here tonight. Really putting this race in the trash before it even began. Got a great qualifying run here. Qualified 3rd here. And has just controlled the race from midpoint onwards. And has really put the gauntlet down on his championship defense as he comes out of turn 4. Scott Brinson wins at Milwaukee. Damon Martinez going to cross the line for 2nd. Rick Raven for 3rd. Carl Burke for 4th. Mark Walker rounds out the top 5. Great result for him. Captain Will Kerr comes home 6th. Kevin O'Brien, a rebound for him for 7th. Ernie Ludwig 8th. 9th is Jeff Hollingsworth. And round out the top 10 is Johnny Antonucci. Good rebound for him too. Matt Burkhart classified in 11th. Keith Moyato 12th after, oh my god, devastating for that man. And Raul Alvarez completes the 13 remaining runners in 13th. So Scott Brinson, he is your man in charge right now. He's just going around the track, and well, he's just chilling right now.
I think he is. he's just drinking it in, man.
So your winner here at Milwaukee, Mr. Scott Brinson. Come on, Scott, give us some burnouts. That's what we're waiting for before we go to any interviews, anyway. I'm guessing he's. I think he might be scared too because of the narrow nature of the track. But
maybe.
He comes. Here he comes. Come on, give us some burnouts. That's what we're here for. So Scott Brinson slows it down.
And just keeps going.
Oh, come on, Scott.
One.
And what a relief for that man there in the number 14 Fuzzy's machine. Really, really happy man in that car. As we're going to just step away for a second for a quick commercial break, but we'll be back with interviews for you very shortly. Do not go away. You do not want to miss the words from these top 3 guys. I can assure you of that. as you rejoin us live here from Milwaukee. And that man there is your race winner here at the oldest oval in the world, as it's been dubbed, I think. I don't know.
I think so.
As we're going to go and get some interviews out of the way now, and joining me in the booth now is our third place finisher, Mr. Rick Raven. Rick, a fantastic finish, a fantastic comeback there for yourself. You've got to be happy with third place at least anyway.
You know, all things considered, I'll take a third place. I mean, you know, we started out real strong. We led first bit of the race, and then after the pit stops, we're deep in the field, and it was one thing after another, and I spun a couple of times. This setup, really, I didn't like this setup. I wish they would have stayed with the original, but Scott decided this one was better, and, well, he won the race. Congratulations to him. He was comfortable with it, but I was struggling on the restarts and cold tires on the inside, and you know, it's just the way it worked out. And on that last restart, I was 8th, and I was able to work my way up to 3rd place. And like I said, all things considered, after the day I had today, I'll take this podium. And Ravon Motorsports got got a 2nd and a 3rd. So we got some good team points going forward.
Absolutely, and you completed the probably the most spectacular comeback of the night here, dropping down the field so many times and facing the wrong way on a one-way street more times than I can count, Rick. But you managed to rebound it for a fantastic 3rd place, and we did award you the BOFA Driver of the Night as well for that reason. So congratulations on that, and congratulations to the 3rd place. Aside from the cautions and the setup, how was the racing out there? It did seem a bit aggressive from my point of view.
Well, like I said before, and I'll say it again, in this particular league, you've got to be aggressive or you're not going to have a shot. Unless you're running up front, you could maybe on a track like this, you could breathe it a little bit more when you're in the lead. But when you move out, in front of somebody, they lose the front end and they push, and it's very, very, very difficult to pass at this racetrack. So if you don't make your moves, quick and early on a restart, chances are you're not really going to be able to move up much, if at all. So. It's just the name of the game, and in this league, like I said, these guys are aggressive. And I noticed in all my years of sim racing, I don't think I've been in a league that actually seems to run from green to checkered like it's the last lap of the race. And that's just the way it is here. And you just got to take care of yourself out there. And you got the honor system, and just race hard, but just race clean. Nobody minds hard racing. Everybody likes to race and race hard, but just keep it clean out there. But this setup, in my opinion, didn't really lend well to hard racing, because the back end just kept coming around, especially under cold tires. But even 3-4 laps in, when the tires should have been warmed up, my back end came around when I was down low. So it was tough, man. It was the same for everybody, so everybody had to deal with it. But Scott obviously he was able to work this setup better than anybody. He came away with the win, and congratulations to Scott Brinson, man. He did a great job out there.
And going from one track that's been very difficult to another track next week, one that you've definitely been looking forward to, because I've heard you mention it a few times. We head to Pocono next week, Rick. Just give us your thoughts on that one.
Well, Pocono's one of my favorite racetracks. It's with its 3 turns. What turn 4? There is no turn 4.
Absolutely.
3 turns, and they're all different. I think turn 1 is designed after Trenton, turn 2 Indianapolis, and turn 3 was designed after this track right here at Milwaukee. So it's, like it says, a tricky triangle, and I think we're going to see a fantastic race. It's kind of going to be a pack race no matter what, because of the high speeds, and you're probably going to be able to keep your foot down all the way around the racetrack. So that's going to be another tight one, man. It's going to be another green to checkered, pack race.
Absolutely, and Top Fuel Racing has always put on a spectacular event at Pocono in the past, and it's sure to be a fantastic event as always. Rick, one final thing before we let you go. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's 3rd place?
Oh, the inevitable question. Who do I want to thank? I want to thank my wife. She's awesome. I want to thank my kids. I want to thank my teammates, because I got the best teammates in the world. I feel bad for Sage, but and then he just he left. I wish he would have stuck around to kind of help to get us up there, but he left. And I got the best teammates in the world. I want to thank Scott for putting on this event and all the events in Top Fuel Racing, and obviously I'm going to thank you guys for the job that you do at both for broadcasting up in the booth. You especially, you happen to be my favorite. I know I said it before, and I'm not going to stop saying that. You, Sam Cooper, you are my favorite.
Thank you. Well, Rick, congratulations on the third place. You are tonight's both of driver of the night as well for the amazing comeback. Congratulations, and yeah, we'll see you on Sunday when we go to Phillip Island in the Summer Light Series.
Oh, that's going to be a great race. We were practicing there yesterday, as a matter of fact. That's a fun racetrack. That's like a roller coaster. That's like my type of a road course, a roller coaster, ups and downs and fast sweeping corners. That's going to be a lot of fun. I think the guys are going to like that track. Kudos to Scott for picking that one out. We're going to have a lot of fun on Sunday night. So I want to tell all the fans, be there. You're going to see a great race on Sunday night with the Pro Mazda Series, baby.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Rick, and we will see you on Sunday night.
Thanks a lot, Sam. Thank you. God bless you.
As that was our third place finisher, Mr. Rick Raven. Joining us in the booth now is our second place finisher, Mr. Damon Martinez. Damon, very difficult racing out there, but you managed to pull it off for second place. How'd you feel?
I felt good. I was comfortable with the car all night. Just didn't get a long enough run to show off my speed in the end. You know, I could probably catch them in the end, but too many cautions. Happens. But overall, it was a good race. I could bring the second and third place. We're gonna make big leaps in the championship. I think it's that much closer to the driver championship.
Absolutely, and the drivers' championship and the teams' championship are both in play this season. Raven Motorsports getting a 2-3 this time round. Just going over the overall race, and there seemed to be a bit of an aggressive nature with everybody tonight. How did it feel out there, and how were you able to handle it?
Well, I was running ahead of most of the trouble, so I mean, it felt fine to me. I never had any issues, but I just think it would have been a little better if we were a little less aggressive, but can't blame them. I mean, if I was in the back, I'd be making moves, but just got to try to make responsible ones. Risk versus reward, as my team owner Rick Raven always says.
Absolutely. Well, great result here tonight, second place. More points on the board as we move forward in the championship. And speaking of moving forward, we're heading to Pocono next week. Damon, just give us your thoughts on that track and what can you do there?
It's going to be a hard one. It's going to be defensive driving and probably a lot of bumping. Hopefully, get disconnected from contact. So, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a fun race. How many laps is it going to be?
Scott knows that. How many laps is it going to be? Well, I don't know, but anyway, it's going to be a decent amount of laps. But I think last time I ran there, I think it was like 120 laps, something like that. So not too bad.
Yeah, short race.
Yeah. But anyway, Damon, congratulations on the second place. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's result?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Rick Raven, of course, having me on the team. Scott hosting all the sessions. I want to thank my friend Thomas. He's watching right now. He's probably gonna hear this in like 15 seconds. Thank my dog. Sits here while I drive all these races, hanging out with me.
Well, Damon, congratulations on the second place one more time, and we'll see you this Sunday when we go to Phillip Island in the Summer Light Series.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I know I can have a close race with Sage. I'll have a dominant pace.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see you Sunday night, and congratulations one more time.
All right, thank you. See you Sunday, man.
Good job, Damon.
As that was our second place finisher, Mr. Damon Martinez. But the man of the moment is here in the booth with us. A very relieved man after a difficult start to the season. But Scott, you finally got the monkey. You finally got that monkey off your back, and you are a winner here at Milwaukee. A lot of cautions here tonight, but definitely going to be happy here with that result, right?
Yes, sir. But I gotta ask, did we break the record for cautions?
16 cautions. So you didn't.
Oh, we missed it. Good deal. We did not break the record. At least it wasn't a record-setting night. Good deal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there were too many of them. I don't know what was going on. I was pretty much running there in the top 4 or 5 from the start of the race. Just saw my opportunity there early on and took it, man. Sage pitted, and the way the cautions were coming, I think at that point when he pitted it, we were like caution number 5 at that point.
Yeah, we were like by lap 35, we're under 5 cautions. So, but yeah, Scott.
Yeah, I was doing the math along the way, and I was like, well, damn, I might as well just stay out and see how many more we can get. And, he's thinking real world. I was thinking iRacing. I've been around as far as the iRacing goes, and I've seen how these Milwaukee races shake out. So I saw an opportunity to be the leader and put cars behind me in dirty air and see what I could do. And boy, when I found out what I could do once I got out there, I just kind of got that I could smell the blood.
Yeah, and the blood was definitely present as Sage Karam retiring midway through the race. The race really fell into your lap there. The only trouble you seem to really have here tonight was Carl Streichart staying out for as long as he did. Unfortunately, he retired as well.
I think we need to call his car in for inspection and see how many fuel tanks he's carrying on that car, because we were all questioning, how long are you going to go? And we were talking about it in there, and he's, oh, man, I think I had like 10.3 or something when he said this, and he's like, oh, I still got like half a tank, and I'm like, there's no damn way. I only got 10 gallons left in the car. I was like, he's bullshitting me. I was like, he'll be pitting soon. And then I wound up just eating him up on tires before it ever got to that point and just left him in the rear view. And I don't know what happened to him. But Kyle, he's a young buck, man. He's come a long way in his driving. And to get out there and lead like that, that's pretty impressive by him, especially on ancient tires like he was out there. So, but he made it work for as long as he could.
Yeah, unfortunately for Kyle, it went a bit downhill for him after he made that pit stop spun on the exit of pit road, and unfortunately getting caught up in a caution later on, shortly after that actually, and ending his race. But yeah, definitely good run for Carl Streichart tonight. But Scott,
I tried telling him about pitting, man. We were in there telling him, you might want to pit. No, I got strategy. And I like giving Kyle a hard time. I've known Kyle since he was just a young kid here on iRacing. I watched him grow up a little bit. So he's a hell of a young racer. He's come a long way. So I'm sure we'll hear from him again.
Absolutely. But the night is about you tonight, Scott. You are our winner here tonight. Our third different winner on the season here, Scott. We've had 3 difficult races, and now next week we move on to a track we know very well in the shape of Pocono. Just give you your thoughts on that track.
Well, I don't know. I guess I'll just see if I can carry this kind of momentum that I had here at Milwaukee over to that place. I know that's Sage's real world, backyard track. He lives 20 minutes away from the racetrack. He's looking forward to racing that. I know he's going to be super strong there. I've won some races there at Pocono, and I think a lot of people in this league know how strong I am there. So I'm looking forward to racing him and racing everybody else and just seeing how it shakes out. But I definitely would love to carry this momentum over there and see if we can't make it back-to-back next week in one of my favorite hoods.
Absolutely. And with the team championship getting very close as well, Raven Motorsport's going to hold on to the top spot, but with your win tonight, Rated R Racing really going to be up there as well.
Yeah, my teammates, Will Kirk, man, coming home 6th place. Finally, a little good luck for him. He usually gets wrecked in the first third of the race, so good to see him finish and get a top 6. And then my other teammate, Kevin O'Brien, right behind him at 7th. So pretty good night for Rated R. It didn't shake out so well for Paulie, but we love Paul. He's part of the team, and he'll get her going. Paul's a hell of a driver, too. We got a lot of good drivers on this team. So, yeah, pretty solid night for Rated R Racing.
Yeah, I'm just wondering when Paul's going to shake that bad luck off, because he's just had nothing but bad luck these last couple of weeks.
It's coming. I'm gonna rip some of this lucky dust that I found tonight off on him and see if he can't break off and get him a win here soon. Maybe next week at Pocono.
Absolutely.
He's been frustrated with some of his finishes as well. He's been on the hook, especially in the light series. He's been extremely frustrated with that. But just hang in there, Paul, if you're listening, man. Yours are coming, dude. Hang in there.
Absolutely. Well, Scott, big congratulations on getting the first win of the season here tonight. Really getting your championship defense back on track here at Milwaukee. Just anybody you'd like to give a shout out to and give a thanks to for tonight's win?
Well, first off, let me congratulate Damon Martinez on his 2nd place finish and Rick Ravon there on his 3rd place finish. That team, Ravon Motorsports, man, they're pretty tough, dude. They're going to be on that podium a lot this year, so you guys are going to have to get used to hearing that name. But I wanted to remind them who was champ around here tonight, and I think we did that. So I want to hear my name mentioned in the Ravon report tomorrow.
Absolutely, and
but I know Rick will hear that and he's gonna get a good chuckle out of it.
it's just
It's good time racing, you, Mr. Raybon.
He's just disconnected just as you said that. But
yeah, there are a lot of folks I want to thank. First and foremost, all the guys that came out tonight. We had a pretty big field. I think 31 took the grid. That's a rather 33. Okay, that's a rather large field for Milwaukee. But a lot of cautions. But all in all, hey, it is what it is. We'll move on. Hopefully, we'll have a better race next week. I just support you. I appreciate you guys supporting Top Fuel Racing and keeping this thing going, and we're getting these crazy car counts. And, with all these cars out there, we'll eventually learn to work around it. We're not used to that. We're used to having around 20 or so, and we've almost doubled the car count this season. So it's going to take a little time for everybody to get used to that many cars out there. But I also want to thank you, Sam. And I saw Joe was up here with you calling the race with you. I want to thank you guys for calling the race tonight. I appreciate you coming up here, even though you didn't have much luck tonight, dude.
Yeah, not much luck tonight, but going to a track that I'm pretty fast at Pocono Raceway next week, and I'm going to give you guys a run for your money.
Well, good, man. I'm looking forward. I hope your luck gets better too, man. I know that you've been chomping at the bit trying to find some better finishes, and hopefully yours will come too, man.
Well,
I hope so.
He's driving for a better team now, so he'll get some better finishes.
Exactly.
Shots fired.
And also, I would like to thank tonight's sponsor, of course, AZ Direct, Mr. Michael Lawler. He does a lot for this league, and I can't forget Michael, man. Tonight was one of his races, and he's kicked in quite a bit of money over the last couple of years here at Top Fuel Racing, and he's doing the whole team championship this year, giving away $500 credit for his online computer store. So I appreciate him very much and everything he does here, and hope we can continue that relationship for a long time to come. Not just him here in the racing league, but him being my friend as well.
Absolutely. Michael Lawler's a big friend to the league, and yeah, definitely one of the biggest supporters of the league. Scott, I know you have many more people to thank, so I'll just shut up now.
Well, I just got a couple more I want to thank. I want to thank my girlfriend, Brittany. I know you're listening, and I love you very much. Had a great time at Busch Gardens yesterday. Always love spending time with you and the kiddos, and I'm looking forward to our new life that's coming up here very, very soon. And I just want to say hi to my mom. I don't know if she's listening, but Mom, love you very much. And drove my ass off tonight. Brought home one for the team.
Absolutely. And a fantastic win it was, dominating at the end of it. Led 82 laps here tonight, Scott. So pretty dominant. Nice.
That's the most I've led in a while. It's been a while since I've led that many.
And you finished 2.5 seconds ahead of Damon as well. So you were pretty dominant there out there near the end.
Yeah, I just want to send a shout out to my buddy Keith My Auto, man. I know as you were probably calling that there at that last restart. I don't know if you mentioned the whole theme song from Jaws maybe being in my head, but I could hear it. I could see him back there. I knew he was trying. I could see how hard he was pushing the car. And that was a damn shame to see he got in the wall there with 1 to go or 2 to go, whatever it was, and he wound up finishing, I think, 11th or whatever it was. But don't take anything away from My Auto, man. He had a hell of a run tonight. Sorry to see he didn't finish second.
Yeah, he finished 12th in the end, which was unfortunate for Keith. But yeah, we know from Keith My Auto, he'll bounce back. I mean, he won 2 races last season. One was the big one at Indy, and the other one was at Watkins Glen. So on either surface or track, whether it be oval or road course, he's going to be up there. And at Pocono, we're expecting him to be strong again.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely.
And speaking of My Auto, we'll be seeing him tomorrow night in Somo as they go to Michigan. And one certain Mr. Morganti is going to be making his debut there tomorrow.
Yeah,
nice.
I'm gonna try my best. And I haven't been very good in the Cup car over at Michigan, but I'm gonna give it a hell of a shot. See what we can do.
All right. Well, I'll be up there in the booth with old Sam tomorrow night calling a race with him.
Absolutely.
All right.
But anyway, moving on. We're just going to go straight to the results here before we get the hell out of here and make our way to the track that Penske built, unfortunately. Anyway, bringing home the win is the man joining us in the booth right now, Mr. Scott Brinson, 2.5 seconds clear of the second place finisher, Mr. Damon Martinez, and Rick Raven coming home third to complete Ravon Motorsports 2 and 3. Carl Burke coming home for a good 4th place. Finally getting a race finish that he's been looking for this season. Mark Walker running out the top 5. Fantastic finish for the man in the 36. 6th was Will Kirk. 7th was Kevin O'Brien. Good results for them. Ernie Ludwig in the top 10 again, so another good finish for him. Jeff Hollingsworth comes home for 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Johnny Antonucci. Good rebound for him. Matt Burkhart comes home in 11th. Keith Mayato, heartbreak for that man with 2 laps to go, hitting the wall and retiring from the race. Well, he didn't retire from the race, but he finished a lap down and in 12th place. Raul Alvarez, the last driver running, he was in 13th. Jake Champion 14th. Carl Streichars in 15th. Chris Simard 16th. 17th goes to Tyler Vickery. 18th goes to Scott Corbin. 19th goes to Doug Kennedy. And Robert Dudley rounding out the top 20. 21st was Chris Walker. 22nd. It won't give me the direct results, but anyway, that was your top 20 and 21. Great race here tonight. I have no problem. Despite all the cautions, it's been absolutely fantastic racing out there, and we didn't beat the record tonight, Scott, so you can be relieved about that one anyway.
Yeah, but it was still, you know, these are starting to snowball now. We gotta, like I said, you know, we've doubled the field, so it's gonna take a little while for us to get used to it. But we'll get used to it. We'll get it cleaned up. We always do. We've gone through these stretches before where this stuff's happened. We always get it cleaned up. We will again.
Absolutely. And next week we go to Pocono, which is a track designed for that many cars. So we're gonna have some exciting races.
Yeah, we may have 50 next week. If I let that man in the room, hell, who knows?
I raced and I'll only let 43 in, so, you know.
Well, we might have it next week. Who knows, folks? Tune in. You'll have to tune in and check it out. It's going to be wild and insane next week, I bet you.
And hopefully my good buddy, Mr. Tony Trapasso, will return for that race so I can actually take part in it next week. But anyway, that is going to do it here for tonight. Fantastic race, and Scott Brinson bringing home the win here at Top Fuel Racing, live from the Milwaukee Mile. Tomorrow, as we've already mentioned, we will be back with Somo as they make their way to the house that Penske built at Michigan International Speedway. Joe Morganti making his debut there tomorrow, so watch out for him. Friday, we are taking the night off, and then Saturday, we're back with Major League Esports as they go to Michigan as well. And then Sunday, we're back with the Summer Light Series. Scott, do you want to say a few words on that?
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a race. I'm looking forward to that. We got a tasty little setup for that car and that track. And, man, we're going to be able to scoot around there just about as fast as we can push that car. So I'm looking forward to that. That's one of my favorite road courses. And, hell, man, we make it 2 in a row. I've won there before in this league. So maybe we'll get another one on Sunday. But, yeah, anybody wants to come out, come on out Sunday. 6th race of the season, only 2 left after this Sunday in the Summer Light Series.
Absolutely, that's going to be an absolute barn burner. So check that out. That's going to be live on both for broadcasting again. Then Monday we move to the Paskey's Cardiac Truck Series as they head to Dover, and they're getting ever closer to the chase. Joe, just give us a few words on that one.
I've had so much bad luck there, it's not even funny. But you know, one of the biggest, one of the fastest guys there. Nate Siefker, and you're gonna have to watch out for him. But we're also gonna have, I believe, and I'm hoping because he was in that All-Star race last week, it's gonna be Sage Karam. So now we really have to watch out.
Yeah, with Sage Karam, it's a bit different, a big difference between a truck and an IndyCar. So it'll be interesting to see how he can handle it. Tuesday we are off, and then next Wednesday, as we keep mentioning, we are off to the tricky triangle of Pocono as we go to round 4 of the Top Fuel Indy Racing League IRA Team Series. Well, that is going to do it for us tonight. We have had one hell of a good run here tonight. I've had my technical problems, and we've had our 3rd different winner, Mr. Scott Brinson, bringing home the checkered flag here tonight. All that's left for me to say here is from myself, from Mr. Joe Morganti, and from Scott Brinson joining me in the booth. All that's left for me to say is keep it clean, keep it green, and we will be back live on both for broadcasting tomorrow from Michigan with Somo and the Portside Jaguar and Land Rover Cup Series. Do not miss it. We'll see you then. Good night.